Episode 3, The Mysterious Sleeping Sickness, continues the storyline of Usagi better learning to control her powers. This is a lot better than last episode, where I was quite uncomfortable throughout the whole thing. You already saw that, and this episode just is a lot of fun. In fact, so far, this is the best episode I have seen. Not by a ton, though, because I still really like episode 1. But I will say, this is a filler episode. You can skip it if you'd like. As such, I also don't feel the need to necessarily put a spoiler warning. So, with that said, I'll start by talking about the plot this time. The plot on this one is very much the same formula. It starts with Jadeite exploiting something the girls would care about. In this case, love. He's running a radio show about love letters where viewers can submit their own love letters and he can read them. Usagi, of course, is very much into this because, well, you know, it's Usagi. Of course she's into it. That's who she is, and you know what? It's why we like her. But with that said, it makes her late to school because, well, she kind of oversleeps because she's too busy watching the radio show late at night, despite Luna telling her that she needs to go to sleep. But when does she ever listen to her? However, despite waking up late and being late, it actually doesn't matter this time because Ms. Haruna has overslept. And when she gets there, she looks dead tired. And I wonder why. Maybe it has something to do with Jadeite's plan. Well, it turns out, yeah, it does. They're giving out a flower. Naru gets a flower. Naru goes to sleep, too. Usagi also goes to sleep for a bit, leading into an interesting dream sequence with really nice music. The dream sequence is a bit of a fun little detour, where she sees Mamoru's like, hey, can I see your face if you're going to be my future boyfriend? And he's like, okay. And then she wakes up immediately as he starts lifting off the mask. I always find these scenes funny because, I mean, first of all, it's just really cute. I really like Usagi's dream sequences in the show. But moreover, because it's really obvious who Tuxedo Mask is. I mean, he's like the exact character design as Mamoru. Oh, man. Anyway, the point is, Usagi ultimately has to defeat it. Sorry about the Discord notification there. Usagi ultimately has to defeat the monster to get these people out of sleep. Next up, I want to talk a bit about the plan that Jadeite brings into action. So his plan is, like I said, he runs this radio show, and he gives out a flower to everyone who's letter, which includes Ms. Haruna, and of course includes Naru, because Naru is always freaking there. Naru is always the one being attacked. Anyway, after reading the letter and getting the flower collects their energies, which is what puts them to sleep. It's part of their big plan to collect energy for the Great Ruler before they can get the Silver Crystal. Which, you know how it goes. Honestly, this is actually one of their better plans. They have a lot of terrible plans throughout the series, so, like, this is not a very high bar. But this one, like, it's actually, like, it makes sense. I understand where they're coming from here. And, like, I could see people in real life falling for this until it looked on the internet, but this was time before internet. With that said, I actually do like the plan. I think this is the best plan they've had so far. We also got to talk about the fight scene in this one, because I really love the fight scene on this one. It's so fun. The villain, the monster of this one it's just kind of mediocre, but it serves the purpose. It's got some cool attacks, like the little laser that it can manipulate. But what really makes this fight scene great is Usagi getting a lot better at combat. She actually can control the Moon Tiara action's direction now, which is something we haven't seen to this point. And it gives it a lot more flair. She fights this monster with actual competence. And that's great. Character development, amazing. You'll love to see it. But, unfortunately, she's still not quite as powerful as she's gonna get. In fact, she is nowhere near powerful enough to even hang with Jadeite right now, who kind of just destroys her until Tuxedo Mask comes in to help save her. I think that's very fair, a very well-paced upgrade throughout the show, honestly. Sailor Moon gets better in a very believable sense. With that said, I don't have a ton to say about this one either. Just like last time, it's going to end up being a bit on the shorter side. So, this episode is more on episode 1 level. I said that earlier. I'll conclude by saying that again. But actually, like I said earlier as well, I do prefer this one slightly to episode 1, but not by a lot. In the sense that I'm going to give this an 8 out of 10 as well. So it's on the same number score, but in the ranking, this one's first, episode 1 is second, and episode 2 is last. But that's gonna change next time. As for now, it's an alright start for the show. 2 good episodes to 1 meh episode. So join us next time when I talk about an episode that I already discussed on the Basement Reviewer. I look forward to it.